Hello Niles and welcome. I'm your host, Charles Nelson, and for the next half hour, we're diving deep into the heart of Niles, Michigan, where small town charm meets big time spirit. From our beautiful parks and local events to the hidden gems that make our city unique, we'll explore what makes Niles the place to be. So sit back and let's celebrate everything Niles has to offer. You're listening to Hello Niles on WNIL Radio, where community comes alive. Before we get started into this month's interviews, I wanted to follow up on some of the stories that we brought to you last month. Lights at Fernwood did officially kick off the Friday after Thanksgiving on November 29th, and it is an amazing experience. We highly recommend that anybody who hasn't had the opportunity go check out the lights. You will not regret it. They are also in need of volunteers still for this lights event, so anyone who is interested in volunteering, they have opportunities both inside and outside. If you don't, to prefer to be in the cold, they can find a spot for you inside to help. You can visit fernwoodbotanical.org/lights. Again, that's fernwoodbotanical.org/lights for any volunteer opportunities that you may be interested in. And we wanted to follow up about the Thanksgiving Day run that the YMCA of Greater Michiana, the Niles Buchanan location, put on. They had nearly 3,000 runners this year with a record number of 5K participants. So congratulations to that team. They had folks from 28 different states show up to participate. So people from all over the country here, no doubt, for some family time over the holiday weekend, decided to participate in the Thanksgiving Day run. So that's amazing. All of those people coming into town and experiencing the amazing things that Niles has to offer. So thank you, Jill, for passing that along, and congratulations to everyone at the YMCA and all of the runners. No matter if you did the 5K, the 10K, the walk, you got up bright and early on Thanksgiving Day when the rest of us were all thinking of food. So congratulations to everyone, and I'm sure we'll hear from the YMCA on this show again. Now, let's get on to new business.
Hello and welcome back, and we are joined by Bettina, who is the chair of the Niles DDA Promotions Committee, and Bettina is going to talk about the Small Business Saturday that we just had here. It's always the Saturday after the Thanksgiving, and it has been for about 20 years now in communities across the country that participate in Small Business Saturday. So Bettina, thanks for joining us. And can you kind of give us an overview about what the vibe was downtown on Small Business Saturday?
Yeah, our Small Business Saturday is bustling. We have lots of people downtown shopping our small businesses.
In spite of the cold weather, right?
In spite of the cold weather, yep.
It was really cold.
Yeah, for sure.
But we had Santa showed up, and so Santa made some appearances at some of the shops, and then he lit the tree downtown too, right?
Yeah, and it's really special that Santa comes in on the fire truck and lights the tree and takes pictures with all the kids. It's really sweet.
And so why is it important to have events like Small Business Saturday in downtowns like Niles, do you think?
I think that it's really important to remember our small businesses that keep our community going, especially after Black Friday, where we're getting all of our online shopping and our big box store shopping done. But it's also super important to keep our small businesses running, because those are the people in our community that we're supporting, and the people in the community that are supporting other community members and stuff too. So
that's it, right? Because it is community, right? It is community, 100%. So if people are interested in being a part of the promotions committee, and so what can they do? Who can they reach out to? And then maybe just, I don't know if we did this last time, but like a brief overview of what the promotions committee is and what they do.
Yeah, so the promotions committee organizes events and stuff downtown that foster the fun things that we have going on in our communities and supporting our small businesses downtown.
So let's talk about Be Crafty for a minute. What kind of events do you have coming up that people can come and see and be a part of at your studio?
All right, yeah. I mean, we always have something going on at the studio, from canvas painting night, walk-in pottery painting. We're excited for an event that we have coming up on the 14th. It's a Saturday from 4:30 to, there's one at 4:30 and one at 5:30. We're going to have painting with Santa. So you get to paint an ornament with Santa and then get your picture taken with Santa.
Awesome. So December 14th, Be Crafty, paint with Santa. What more could you ask for? That sounds amazing. Right. And tons of fun.
It's one of those core memories that you can make with your kids.
Absolutely. I love it. Well, Bettina, thanks again for joining us. And I'm sure we'll be talking with you next month as well. And so keep up the great work, and thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. We are joined once again with Lisa from the Niles DDA Main Street organization, and today Lisa will be speaking to us about the upcoming Hunter Ice Festival. And Lisa, tell us about the Ice Festival for those who may not know, and how long has it been going on in Niles?
All righty. This is its 21st year. Ice Festival is always the weekend before Martin Luther King's birthday. So this year it's the 17th, 18th, and 19th of January. Ice can be sponsored by anybody. We've had a couple of calls from families that might want to sponsor ice, and absolutely you can. We have over 35 tons of ice comes to town that day. And this festival only happens because of the generosity of folks that are sponsoring the ice for us.
Awesome. And so how many carvings are usually downtown? Is there a number that you have, or is it's a lot?
Yeah, it's a lot, and it depends. 50 or more, I'm going to say, and that includes the interactive family area where they always have things like the ping pong table and putt-putt golf, and they always think of something weird and fun that we haven't had before. The Children's Center always sponsors a sledding hill, so we have an ice toboggan-y sledding hill run down the little hill that's by Veterans Memorial. And I say little hill, but grown-up people go on it too, and it's lots and lots of fun.
The Hunter Ice Festival is just such a cool event because not only do you get to see these finished carvings, but there are people out carving throughout the weekend. And so you can talk to these carvers and see what they're doing. Can you talk about the carvers, where they come from, and how long they've been doing this?
Yeah, so we have many carvers. One in particular from Niles, Danny Bloss, who's been here since day one. He's been carving since our very first. Right now we have Eric Kendall, who is from Argenta, Illinois, who kind of coordinates the carvings for us. Dean Damaris is another crowd favorite. Dean's been coming, I think we figured last year was his 13th year that he's been coming. And then they get an assortment of other carvers depending upon who's available that time of year. We kick off with a fire and ice, which 3 of the carvers do kind of wild, crazy carving to loud music and then set it all on fire on Friday night. And then they do some type of competition on Saturday night where you'll see them.
Awesome. And there's a bunch of ice downtown, but there's also a bunch of people downtown that weekend.
There are. It's always the busiest weekend that we have. And it really matters to the businesses downtown. And it turns into a really wonderful economic development tool. Not only is it a fun, free festival for the community, but it adds a lot of money into our local economy. And as I said, we really couldn't do this without our sponsors. We have Culver's is doing the ice cream for us, their custard. Moderneer is a signature sponsor of the event this year. As I said, the Children's Center does Sledding Hill, and we have lots of other opportunities for anybody that wants to get involved.
Awesome. I love it. And so if people want to know more about what it takes to become a sponsor, where can they go?
The easiest place would be messages through our Hunter Ice Festival page. We have a Facebook page, or give us a call. 687-4332 is our office number, and we can talk about what it is that you want to do and figure out a way to make it work.
Awesome. So Hunter Ice Festival on Facebook.
Yes.
And then they can also probably do the Niles Main Street
Niles Main Street
as well.
Facebook page will get you to us as well, yes.
Awesome. Great. Is there anything else you want people to know about the festival, or if they've never come, why they should come down and see it and support it?
Well, you're gonna see carvings by some of the elite carvers in the world. So when you come to Niles, you're gonna see carvings that you wouldn't expect. Both Dean and Eric have been world champion ice carvers, and it's crazy. It's just crazy what those men can do with piece of ice.
I love it, and we're looking forward to see it. Awesome. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you when the ice gets here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Welcome back. I'm joined by Dr. Pazderka from the Cass Family Clinic here for a health roundup for this winter season. Dr. Pazderka, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, so it's wintertime, and one thing you really can't seem to avoid in the wintertime is at least the sniffles, right?
Exactly.
So everybody winds up catching something. So thanks for joining us and hopefully spreading some education to some people out there during the holiday season, these family get-togethers. But to start with, I would just, maybe a little high overview of what the Cass Family Clinic offers the community for those who don't know about you guys.
Sure, yeah. Well, we are a comprehensive primary care office. We have 7 or 8 providers. We all take care of not only kids but adults as well. So infants all the way up to geriatrics. All of our providers take care of all ages, which is a great benefit to the community. We have an in-house pharmacy. We have a lab that's run by Corwell in town, but they come to our facility so people don't have to run up to the hospital after appointments. We have a dental office that's currently downtown but going to be moving into our site in the spring, possibly May or June. And then we also have therapy services in-house. But one thing I want to highlight is that we are a federally qualified health center, so we offer sliding fee scale. So patients that are within 200% of the federal poverty level, they are able to get services for a much cheaper cost than would be potentially either out of pocket or through their insurance. So even patients that are on high deductible plans often will still qualify for some cheaper services, both visits with providers, but also medications through the pharmacy can be cheaper, which is obviously great. We know that healthcare isn't always the cheapest.
Let's jump into the seasonal stuff here. We hear talk about the flu vaccine and this year's COVID vaccine. Kind of go over the importance of getting these vaccinations and what your clinic may offer people who are looking to find more information.
Definitely. So yeah, with vaccines, I always, personally, I think of them a lot like home insurance. No one likes paying for home insurance, but we're happy that we have it. Gives us peace of mind, and then if something bad happens, it lessens how bad that thing is. Vaccines, no one likes getting a shot. No one likes potentially feeling a little under the weather with some side effects for a day or so, but much better than getting the flu or COVID, which could lead to having a fever for a week or longer, keep you out of work, keep you away from family stuff for potentially multiple weeks. And so it gives you the peace of mind that either you're not going to get sick, or even if you still get sick after a vaccine, you're only going to be sick for a couple days as opposed to a couple weeks.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so do you guys offer clinics, or can people call and make an appointment?
A couple different ways. So if you're already in the office for an appointment, you just have to ask, and we're happy to just poke you while you're there. But then also patients that are looking to get a vaccine, they can just call, and we have a lovely nursing team that will get you in and out and get you your vaccine as quick as we can.
And so, there's that line of defense, the vaccines, but then there's other things, maybe simpler things that we can do to kind of mitigate either catching germs or spreading germs, what are some of those suggestions that you have for people?
Yeah, exactly. And some of these aren't going to be new to people, but always good to highlight. Hand washing obviously is the one that gets talked about the most. I think is easy to have a little thing of hand sanitizer in your car or in your purse or anytime. Obviously, when you're using the restroom, you're going to be using washing your hands. But other times where you're shaking hands or around family or friends, might want, or after you're going to the store, it'd be good to use some hand sanitizer. I always remind people too to wipe down your phone every once in a while. We forget how many times we're grabbing our phone or bringing it into the bathroom and reading an article. Yeah, exactly. Don't forget to wipe that down every once in a while, or regularly if you can. And then once you are sick, then in kind of a different set of recommendations, making sure that if you're having a fever, feel like you have a fever, really avoiding other people, stay at home, resting, getting those symptoms under control. Once you haven't had a fever for 24 hours, then it's okay to get back out there and do what you need to do, but with some added precautions. Wearing a mask if you're coughing, sneezing, those respiratory symptoms mean you probably are still contagious. That cough can linger on for multiple weeks, but the first week or so is going to be the highest risk time to transmit that to other people. And I always like to point out too that even if it's a minor illness for you, that could turn into a severe illness for somebody else. So thinking about a vulnerable family member who might have underlying lung issues or other chronic medical conditions, we don't want to pass that to them. And understand too, people got to go to work, they got to go to school, they got to get stuff done. So when you do go back after your fever is gone for 24 hours, wear a mask if you can. Try to social distance. Use that hand sanitizer. Being a little more diligent about those things, you're going to make sure that you're not passing it along to people who don't need to get it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and taking time out of your busy schedule. And we'll catch up with either you or somebody else from the Cass Family Clinic later on down the road.
Sounds great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Hello and welcome back. We are joined by a couple of the team Santa members that help put Santa on the river every year. I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Larry Pickles.
And I'm Erica Pickles.
Hello and welcome, and thanks for joining us. So we just had the Santa on the River launch on December 1st, and so this is the 62nd year that Santa has been on the river there, and so it's just an amazing thing to witness how much everybody loves this, right? No matter what's going on in the world, when Santa goes on the river, people smile, and there's actually nice things to say on Facebook and social media.
I do the Stand on the River Facebook page, and that's one thing that I noticed instantly. I said it's a page where people can go and just be happy.
Which is amazing, and it's just what we need so much of.
Yes.
And so we have a couple generations here of Santa on the River elves or helpers. So Larry, we'll start with you. When did you begin your Santa on the River journey, and just kind of an overview of why you keep doing it?
Okay, that's pretty simple. I think that question can definitely be answered. 35 years ago, this is my 35th year, 1989. To answer that, I do it just for what you said. It brings a sense of warmth, happiness to any age you are. I'll do this as long as I can. When I can't really walk well anymore, and Erica pushes me in the river, that'll be it. Yeah, she says, "You're done, Dad. That's it. Stay in the boat and just watch everything."
So Erica, how long have you been doing this, and kind of what's been your experience as being a part of this?
It's been, as we were just talking, between 12, 14, 15 years, somewhere around there. I unfortunately can't remember the exact year that I started. But something that I always wanted to do, watching my dad doing it growing up, being the kid on the banks or on the bridge, watching the launch and just saying, man, one day I would like to do that. It's just one of the biggest things I think that Niles looks forward to every holiday season. And I want to make sure that we can continue to do it. as long as we can. That's just something that we can't let go away. So,
Erica, as you've been as the daughter of seeing somebody, do this year after year after year, to being a participant, to being the mother of children watching it do this year after year after year. So what's each process or each perspective been like for you to be a part of this, and what's just probably your favorite?
by far it's seeing my kids now. Just even at the launch on Sunday, seeing them up on the bridge. They usually don't go on the bridge, so this was the first year they got to go on the bridge, and they're up there, Mom, hi Mom, hi Mom, can we throw snow at you? But they're excited, and they had just asked me, when do we get to go on the pontoon? And I said, it's not going to happen anytime soon, but they already have the excitement of wanting to do it. So just seeing it in their eyes, and like he said earlier, just reliving, just remembering that joy of being a kid and seeing what they see. And it's very special. So I'm hopeful that they will help one day become the third generation to continue to carry this on. And I believe that they absolutely will.
As Mike's grandkids coming up, and Nick Etzcord and
his daughter Kenley. Yep.
And
she's been there pretty much every year.
Grandpa Dan helps us out. He's been doing it for quite a while. So.
And so you had mentioned Mike, and so Mike Peters, Mike Peters' father was the first one to start this in 1962, and he started it for something for the children at the hospital. That's where the children's wing was, at the hospital in Niles, and so they could look out the window and see something, right, that could put a smile on their face, which is such. Every time I think about it, I tear up, because it's such a beautiful story.
It is.
It's so awesome.
And he had Roy Peters had three friends, Hank Hansen and Joe Huss and Pete Williams from Williams Supply, who supplied a lot of, for the deck and everything else way back in the day. He went and approached those three guys, Roy did, because I have this idea, he says, I want to do this. I want to make the children see this during Christmas time and bring that joy out of them while they're sick in the hospital. Because they stared out the window a lot looking at the river motion.
What do you think the ultimate, maybe in another 60 years, right? What do you think the ultimate legacy of Santa on the river is going to be?
Well, it'll still be going. I firmly believe that, because Niles wants it.
Right.
And it won't be me. It won't be her. It'll be her children's grandkids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if, and then we've got, Mike's the same situation, but he's got more grandkids.
Right.
Yes.
So, it just works like that.
I think that I don't think there's ever going to be an issue having people that don't want to keep the tradition alive, because every year we have so many people say, if you need help, let us know. If you need help, let us know. I think that passion's always going to be there. So I don't foresee it being an issue for the tradition to carry on. I think it'll still be here 200 years from now. So
I love it.
Sleigh might look way different by then, but
right. So you
might be flying.
So what you're saying is it's death, taxes, and Santa on the river. That's what it is.
And Santa on the river first.
Yeah,
taxes
Santa
should be last.
Right. 100%. Well, thank you both, and I think we'll thank everybody. Thank the entire Team Santa. It's on behalf of the entire city. I feel comfortable thanking everybody who puts in the time and the heart to make this happen and to bring joy to everybody that drives by or walks by. So thank you, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. In this month's Business Spotlight feature, we talked with Brandon Townsley, the owner of the Niles Brewing Company, located downtown. And this month, we're joined by my oldest son, Henry, who will be the one doing the interview with Brandon. So, Henry, take it away. Hello, everybody. This is Hank Nelson, and I'm going to be interviewing Brandon Townsley, the owner of Niles Brewing Company, for our Business Spotlight of the Month. Hello, Brandon.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Good,
I
good.
appreciate you having me on.
Yes, we appreciate having you here. Well, we appreciate you having us here, as I should say. So we're here at the Niles Brewing Company. Brandon, tell us what the brewing company has to offer.
We make all of our own beer. We currently have 16 beers on tap. We have a full-service bar. We have cider. We have wine. We have a little bit of everything. We offer food. Plus, we have board games. So, family or friends all getting together, we're a great spot to come play some games, watch some TV. We do have football games on or sports on at all times, so something to look at. And it's a cool atmosphere here that we've built, and it's a nice little spot here in Niles, Michigan.
So, how long have you been opened, and what's your favorite part about being downtown Niles?
So we opened December 12th of 2020, and the downtown has done us well. This building that we're in was vacant for about 8 years before we bought it and then converted it over to the brewery.
Well, what is some of your favorite foods that you guys make here?
So personal preference, the spaghetti dog that we have on is very very good. I enjoy it a lot. That's our hot dog / sausage of the month, which we started this year to do something a little different on top of our regular menu that we offer. And seeing how this is airing in December, the December dog / Polish sausage is on a donut.
Cool.
So it's
Whoa.
a donut that we've sliced and made into a bun, and then we have a hot dog / Polish sausage, and then we have crispy bacon on top.
Well, I need to give me one of them when that happens. So, what kind of events do you usually have here?
Well, we have a local celebrity that comes in and sings every now and then that's interviewing me right now. So we love having him whenever he is available. He's starting to get booked up left and right, which is great to see. We also run trivia every Monday. We do themed trivias. The most consistent one is the general knowledge, which is just the basic one, which we try to have a couple times a month, followed by the specialty ones. In December, we will have pro wrestling. We will have Christmas trivia. Everything is on our website or our Facebook page. We do suggest that you go and check us out. Coming up in December, because it is our 4th anniversary, we will have a 2-week anniversary release. The first week is our barrel-aged sour stouts with fruit called Fart at the Devil, which was a joke by your dad and your uncle as to names that I couldn't name a beer. So fart was one of those things. So I'd like to just put that out there, that I like to prove doubters that anything is possible. And so it is a barrel-aged, it's a rye whiskey barrel-aged stout with Michigan fruit. So it'll be Michigan strawberries and then Michigan blackberries. And they are 12%. They are no joke. They are heavy hitters. Our second weekend release, we're doing cereal-themed pastry stouts. So I'm using some favorite cereals of ours. And so we will be releasing 4 pastry stouts. One is cinnamon toast related. The other one will be chocolate and marshmallow. Another one will be Oreo, or cookies and cream, I should say. And then the last one will be chocolate and peanut butter.
What would you say to somebody who hasn't come in here or hasn't heard about Niles Brewing Company to get them to come in?
It's a little bit of a nostalgia vibe from past bars that were in this building. There were several bars. Most popular was the Fayette back in the 70s, I believe. But also, due to the rafters and us exposing the brick, it kind of has a beer garden vibe to it, which a lot of people have liked. Then we always have good music going on, and so it's a nice little vibe. And plus, we for our small size, we offer a lot of different things for people, which I think that's the number one thing that people are kind of surprised by is how much different things we offer.
Yeah. So, why did you start a brewery, and how long have you been brewing beer?
So I started as a home brewer about 14 years ago, and did make very good beer, but worked at it and partnered up with a few people that knew a little bit more than me and just soaked it all up. And the reason why we opened in Niles, because me and my wife are lifelong Niles residents, and why not Niles have its own brewery? And just, with every year, you just try and do better, right? You learn more experience. You upgrade things, through collaborations and through speaking to other breweries that have way more experience than me. You just kind of cherry pick information, or you kind of pick up on some things. Through all of that, you do your best to try and make a better product.
Yeah.
So.
Is there anything else you want people to know about Niles Brewing Company?
We offer several different events. We also help with our community right now. In December, we're helping out Sparrow House. That is also another downtown organization that helps with the homeless and getting people back on their feet. And this is our third year helping them, and each year we do more and more. We also do fun beers that you really can't find anywhere else. I mean, currently I have a caramel apple sour ice cream beer, which I know that sounds weird. Come try it. You might like it. We also have, a lager. We have some IPAs. We'll have a bunch of stouts on. So depending on what it is that you're liking beer-wise, or, we also have Miller Lite. We have Bud Light. We have Coors Banquet. And, it's also a cool downtown atmosphere, especially at night, where all the light holes are lit up and they have the decorations up. It's a cool vibe downtown.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Brandon, for letting us be able to interview you. And yeah.
Anytime. I appreciate you guys having me on.
As Brandon said, you can head to the Niles Brewing Company Facebook page or follow them on Instagram. You can also head to their website to find out more about upcoming events. They do have trivia every Monday. They have a book club. There's also bingo and karaoke. So be sure to like and follow them on social media for all those updates. Thank you for tuning in to this month's edition of Hello Niles. We hope you enjoyed our journey through the heart of this amazing community. Join us next month as we uncover more stories and special events from Niles. Until then, keep exploring and embracing the spirit of our wonderful town.